but boy is nice gone. Honestly, that boy is sensitive, he's shaking he's as soon as the breakup happens, you now be like, it's not love. It is not. I'm sorry to break it to you there. It is not love. Larry's longest relationship is 4 months. I can't deal. Love is a beautiful guy. Love sweet, die. Don't let anybody tell you different. Fire love. Thank you so much. How do they used to say it in Yoruba? Bí o bá ṣẹ̀yìn kò sáwà. Yo, Arenians, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to ARIKE'S Arena. Let me start proper. Yo, Arenians, Yo, Arenians, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to ARIKE'S Arena. If you're new here, please like the video, subscribe, go down below, leave a comment with the hashtag new so we can welcome you the ARIKE way. And if you're a returning subscriber, y'all know I got much love for you. This channel is our own now. You know how we do. What's up, guys? How are you? How was your week? Mine was just there. Nothing happened really. It was just books, lectures. Most of our lectures have been shifted to online class, so there's been a lot of, they're just dumping lecture notes on us. But other than that, it was uneventful, basically. But anyways, you guys, I'm excited today. And that's because we're finally finishing the breakup series. Like, guys, it's the grand finale. And the thing is, this was supposed to be just 2 episodes here. Like, the whole idea was, first episode, I tell you guys about my breakup. Second episode, I bring my friends and they say how their own breakup happened, and how they got through it, and kinikon. Before I knew it, I don't understand. That's how we escalated and it becomes something that we are doing for only 1 month. What's going on? But anyways, I feel like the breakup series has achieved more than I ever thought it would, and I'm grateful for that. But yeah, it was, if you're a new subscriber and you've not seen it, you need to go back and check the episodes out. Like, it was so much fun. And it's ironical, yeah, because having a breakup is not fun. As in, being heartbroken is not fun, not even in the least. But I think it's the practical translation of turning your lemons into lemonades, because come on, I've had a lot of fun, and I'm grateful that a lot of people were able to learn through the episode. based on the feedback I got. So I'm grateful for all of that. But yes, so because last week was pretty violent. If you've not seen it, you need to see it. The violence in that episode, because everybody was opinionated, everybody had something to say. So I started feeling like people will not have lost the lessons to learn from the episode with all the violence that was inside the episode. So I felt like I was going to, put this together, just talk about, I don't even know what title I'm going to use yet. Maybe it's tips for a healthy relationship, tips for a healthier love life, lessons I learned from my relationship and heartbreak. I don't know, you guys, I'm sure you guys can see the title I eventually chose right now. But anyways, the reason I'm doing this last episode, as a means of finishing, concluding, dropping the curtain, however you want to put it, on the breakup series, number 1. And also because I feel like I just want to compile, the lessons, the actual lessons from all this drama that we've been dragging for about a month. And then, because all of this has been about breakups and heartbreaks and what have you, I feel like we have totally ignored, because I had my friends over last week, I was exposed to the fact that, breakups don't just happen. There are a lot of things that predispose breakups, and I felt like I needed to touch on all of those other aspects of relationships, not just the heartbreak breakup saga and all of that. So yes, here we are today, and I don't know, man. I actually wrote it down. Funny thing is, so since I actually decided like last 2 weeks that I was going to do this episode, and since I decided, every time it comes to mind, like something comes to mind, I just put it at the back of my genetics notes, to be specific. So I'm just going to check now and see what number it is, because I don't even 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7. So yes, I have 7 tips for you guys, and yeah. But before we get to that, let me sharply run the comments of the week. Ow! Okay, Okay, guys, so for the comments of the week, I have a couple of comments here. Let me start with this one. Otoide big gas. Man, this is loud. Madam Peace, I like the flow. I like. God no go shame all of us. So, Peace was one of my friends who came over last week. And then the second one is from Olamide Oludoju. Haha, laugh. The violence in this episode, Boyatemi and Benita should be calming down. Keep bringing hot content for us, Arike. Keep it up, love. I told you guys, that violence, as in, it was just the violence for me, no cap. Then, this one is from Oluwadamilola Idowu. It has finally landed though. We have been waiting. She said, use your words. I'm here for the violence too. I like that Temi girl, I beg. Arike, I don't know how you do it, man. Hot content back to back. I stand. Fire, love. Thank you so much. Yeah. How do they used to say it in Yoruba? Sawa, like if there's no you, there's no me, basically. So thank you guys. And another one is from Moi Lanre Ment. Laugh. That's another of my friends. I shared the link to your videos even before I watch it sometimes because I am sure you never misdeliver. Love. Yes, girl. You know, we don't stand nonsense. You know what I'm saying? We don't stand nonsense. All right. So this other one is from Yemisi Mary. This one long, smaller. Wow, different people with different stories. May all the heartbroken heal and love effortlessly again. Can't miss the energy and violence with which the stories were told. Nice one. Looking forward to more on this arena. What's this sign? Strength. Yes, thank you, Yemisi Mary. I hope to never disappoint. May all of us that have been heartbroken, may we heal again in Jesus' name. Amen. So you guys, let's get to the business of the day because this matter is strong in my heart. So yes, seriously though, about the things I said, about the tips I want to give, they're just lessons I've learned in the period of this whole thing, the relationship, the heartbreak, the breakup series, all of it. They're just lessons I've learned along the way. And I feel like unlike every other thing we've done in this series, this is going to speak to every kind of person. You're in a relationship, you're not in a relationship, you just broke up, all of that. So I'm just going to be identifying which set of people it speaks to as I pick the tips. So I think the first one I want to speak on is, now this is for those who are in a relationship. This has to be the biggest lesson I've learned in all of this. Long distance is a real thing. You see, if like me, you had a relationship where you guys really loved each other, it seemed like you guys were such a match for each other, blah, 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 blah. There is such a possibility to feel like even when like maybe, okay, somebody's changing location and all of that, you guys will just feel like, we got each other's back, we'll go day all right, that kind of thing. You will not day all right. Long distance is a devil's workshop. No, that doesn't make sense. But like long distance is a real thing. You have to consciously plan your lives, organize your routines, that would ensure that you're in each other's faces, you're, following each other's lives despite being miles apart and all of that. It takes conscious planning, guy. Not just run arm. Don't just wing it. Like, oh, we'll go do all right. We love each other. Guy, you'll be surprised. Bit by bit, it keeps chipping off parts of you. I just realized you guys are not as romantic as you used to be, or as sensitive to each other as you used to be, or you just notice all these little things cutting off of you. So yes, long distance is a real thing. It takes conscious effort to walk through it. Don't just wing it. Thank you very much. Then the next one is for my heartbroken people like me. Don't hate love. Love is a beautiful guy. Love sweet, die. Don't let anybody tell you different, and don't let anybody make you feel that way. You could be with somebody and it didn't work out. You guys weren't compatible. You were compatible before and then you stopped being compatible. People change. Life happens. Move on from it. But don't let that be the reason you hate love. I meet people and you hear things like, relationship is not for me. See, that love thing is not for me. Some guys will now make that the reason why they keep breaking hearts around because, they just, pick a girl with her for a few weeks, get her all loved up and all of that, dump her, and they'll tell you love is not for me. It is not an excuse to be, what's the word now? But anyways, I'm just saying that love is beautiful and love is going to happen. You will find that one person that's going to make you feel like, you're on top of the world. But until then, don't see, if you know me, one of the first things you're going to know about me is that I am a preacher of love. Like, No cap, like no apologies. I love love. I will preach love till my dying day. Love is a beautiful thing, and you will find that one person. So before that one person comes, don't become a violent, unloving person, because then again, how is the person going to love you, right? So yes, that's number 2 point. Number 3 is, this one is for my people who are actually in a relationship. Be committed. Like committed, only committed. What was that? Committed is a. Anyways, I'm trying to say that commitment is essential, and I fear for the marriages that will come from our generation, because commitment has become such a scarce thing. Everybody, when I say, for instance, when I say be committed, the first thing I'm going to hear is, if you dey committed and the guy no dey for you, or the girl no dey for you, and that's the excuse everybody gives for not being, committed in a relationship. If you have chosen this person, to love this person in this time and moment, then just give it your all. There's no gainsaying it. If you don't trust the person enough to give your all, then you shouldn't be in that relationship at all. Honestly, this is personal for me, because I hate when I look around and people make excuses for having side chicks, or for cheating on their girlfriends, and they're like, I don't even know what she's doing, where she is. Anyways, I'm like, if you don't trust her, then don't be with her. Trust is like one of the foundations of actually, being in love and having love and all of that. You must be willing to put in the work to make it work. Don't just, guys, before I get violent on you people, I'm just trying to say that if you're in a relationship, give it your all for as long as it lasts. If it ends, if it spoil, I am not promising you that, that person you're with right now is the person you're going to spend the rest of your life with. But one thing I've noticed a lot of people don't realize is there is something relieving, something fulfilling about looking back and saying, you know what, I gave that relationship my very best. I have no regrets at all. Because this is something I can say with my full chest. And that just, like, every time I want to feel bad, like, oh my God, I can't believe we actually ended, a part of me just says, there's nothing more you could have done. You were the best lover you could have been. You were the best woman you could have been for him. And that's it.
If somebody want to walk out of your life, let them go. Especially if you know you done everything you can do, you done sat around and been the best man or the best woman you could be, and they still want to go, let them go.
So it just gives you that feel of, you're going to get the kind of love you deserve in the future, because, you really did give your best to this one. So I feel like there has to be more people who, go into love with that feeling of, I'm going to give my all for as long as it lasts. So let me not overbeat this, because I know I've mentioned it throughout the entire series. Commitment is not bargainable. Just if you're not committed to the relationship in the first place, there's no assurance of it ever working, because nobody's committed to each other. So let's just reduce the lack of commitment in our generation. Basically, let's just make commitment more of a habit, than just this let's see how it goes relationship everybody is doing, and then you now hear people that say they are Larry's longest relationship is 4 months. I can't deal. That was last week. It was last week he told us that. But yeah, that's my point, because everybody goes into relationship with, let's see how it goes. And then 3 weeks into the relationship, you feel like you're not feeling the vibe anymore. And then that's it, you're done. So yes, commitment is something we should imbibe. And yeah. So what's the other point? Then the other point this one is very interesting. Don't fall into the rebound guy or girl trap. So you see, and this is for people who have just been heartbroken. I used to hear about it. I've never really had, an avenue to feel it or to know whether it's really a real thing. But trust me, a rebound guy or girl is real. So the thing is, when you just get heartbroken, there's this intense tendency to just want to, cry on somebody's shoulder, and usually it's not somebody or you just want to meet somebody new, get your emotions up again, feel like you can love again, that kind of thing, feel like you want to forget that person, so this new person is supposed to be some sort of distraction. Now it's not like you sit in one place and be like, you know what, let me get a rebound guy. Larry, no. Let me see, Kunle, no. Femi, no. You won't sit somewhere and actually try to pick a rebound guy. It just happens, you just start loving up somebody you've known for probably 8 years. All of a sudden you start loving up on this person because you just got heartbroken. It's not love. It is not. I'm sorry to break it to you there. It is not love. Your heart just wants to. How do I explain it? You just want to get all mushy with somebody again, and majorly because, is majorly a word? Yeah, but majorly because Mainly because you want to forget this other person. So you want this new person to be a distraction. Now, getting a rebound guy in itself is not such a bad thing. Just, meeting somebody new, trying to get to know somebody new. The problem is what it would cause. Now, while you're together with this rebound person, you start, there's this facade of intimacy. You start feeling like, oh, this person is your soulmate, there's so much you guys have in common that you didn't see before, blah, blah, blah. The truth is, by the time your heart gets over the heartbreak and like you're finally done with this guy you broke up with or this girl you broke up with, you realize you're not really into this person that much. And then at the end of the day, it's either you break the person's heart or then you now subject yourself to another heartbreak that wasn't even necessary because this guy had no business being in your heart in the first place, but just because you wanted to love up and stuff like that. So having a rebound guy is a real thing. And I know people will most likely tell you, get busy, distract yourself with other things. It is, let me be very factual. It doesn't work. Like when this whole heartbreak thing was happening, I had enough to distract myself with. I was writing the exams, for heaven's sake. What gets more serious than that? But see, when it's matters of the heart, it always finds a way to your head. So I feel like it's okay to, and this is another moment when I come and beat the whole matter of having good friends in your circle again, because like everybody knows, like if you follow this channel, you know that my friends are I seize every chance to talk about how my friends are amazing and stuff like that. But seriously though, at a time like this, it's good to, have friends around, friends that can laugh with you, laugh at you, pray with you, shirishi. And I had all those friends, who helped me through this whole breakup, something thing. So yeah, just don't be in a rush to go into a relationship again, because most likely you're not making that decision in a sane mind. You just want to let go of the emotion you had for this other person. And at the end of the day, it went in tears. Point made. Okay, so another one is, I know everybody makes this point, but I just feel like mentioning it again. Love yourself, work on yourself, invest in yourself. Whether you're in a relationship or you just got heartbroken or you're single, work on yourself, love yourself, spend time with yourself, enjoy time with yourself. I heard somewhere that, if you don't know how to love yourself, how can you teach somebody else to love you? I know that this might seem theoretical because, everybody wants to feel love. Everybody wants to love and be loved, all of that. But I think it takes consciousness to say, this period, I just want to spend time with myself, just want to explore myself, basically, know the things you like, know the things you don't like and things like that. And even when you're in a relationship, don't lose yourself in loving somebody, because if peradventure that relationship doesn't end well, you would regret the fact that you lost yourself for the sake of that person. And even if it ends well, you will just realize someday in the future that, but I used to really love traveling. What happened? And then you realize that it was because of this person you stopped traveling, and then you can now start developing some sort of hate for the person. So yes, point is, don't lose yourself, love yourself, whether you're in a relationship or not, just actually enjoy being you, love yourself. I mean, don't let me overbeat it. You get the point. Then the next one I want to say is, it doesn't have to end ugly. And this is for people who are going through a heartbreak or might be going through a heartbreak anytime soon. I don't know. But I'm just trying to say, it's become such a thing in our world that, once a relationship and somebody that used to be like, but boy, you're nice, gone. Honestly, that boy is sensitive, he's shaking it, he's boy. As soon as the breakup happens, you now be like, I don't even know why I'm speaking this in Yoruba. I just feel like it's going to hit deeper. Do you get? You don't necessarily, like, somebody who used to be a good person doesn't all of a sudden change into being a bad person just because they broke up with you. Like, life happens, people change. The person you thought you were compatible with, you weren't compatible with anymore. It's okay. Like, move on. It's not that people will not see yourself on the road and be like, Nsule, what day? Like, it is not necessary. And I feel like it's very immature. Like, what's the meaning of all that drama? Somebody has broken up with you. Suck it up and move on with life, dear. It's not necessary. Oh, need them, my dear. Oh, need it.
Oh, need Gobole now. Oh, go to she necessary. Necessary, my dear. Necessary like that. Oh, need there.
So yes, that's another point. Okay, then which other point do I want to make? Yeah, this one is actually for my people who are still in happy relationships, I hope. See finish, when they say, when they do these two videos, and somebody that when his girlfriend falls, he will pick up and be like, oh, I'm so sorry. How are you feeling? Hope you're not hurt or something. And then there's another one that will first burst into laughter, before he now actually tries to get the girl up. and people will be like, no, I want the second one because it means like, you know, they know each other. So it's some sort of see finish, and it is good in a lot of ways because it means that you people are actually open to each other. But at the end of the day, there is a bad side. It's everything that has a good side has a bad side here. There is a bad side to see finish, and that is the fact that a lot of people get so used to their partner that they stop noticing them, or they stop doing the things they used to do. You know, for instance, when you guys started, you used to really like, I shall like the way you walk, the thing, it dey bust my head. And then 3 months into the relationship, she walks in front of you 1,000,001 times and you don't even notice. So I was going on when he lived in front of my front. I'm watching TV, I'm watching football or something like that. Don't stop doing. They say, there's something I read. You know, the reason a lot of relationships end is because, you know, you stop doing what you used to do at the beginning. Don't see your partner finish. Don't see your partner finish such that you don't even rate them anymore. Or maybe, you know, before, like for instance, this is from experience. When we began, like, if I'm a big crybaby, I've made that point already. Thank you very much. And every time when we just started, every time I cried, it always got to him like, I can't stand you crying. Like, stop that, kiniko, that kind of thing. And then later on, it just became, you know, say when I cry, I go stop the cry, and you know, we'll move on with life. So it just didn't matter that much anymore. And I feel like all of those little things are the things we saw at the beginning in that other person, and you felt like, you know what, this is it for me. So when you stop doing those things, it just, you know, you're losing parts of the relationship and you're not even conscious of it. So I'm just saying that, you know, if you found somebody that's amazing that you fell in love with and all of that, don't stop doing the things that the person fell in love with, and don't stop noticing the things that you fell in love with in them. Yes, point made. Okay, so this last point is for people like me who basically commit everything to God, including your relationship. And, you know, there's the feel that, you know, you're waiting for God to pick somebody for you or something like that, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, I'm just saying that even if you have heard from God that, you know, this person is the one for you, blah, blah, blah. I think the first thing I learned about God and about faith is that God is not going to force your hands, right? He might want something for you. For instance, God might want you to, you know, maybe be a medical doctor or something. God is not going to come write exams for you, God is not going to read for you. He can only bless what you have read and things like that. But my point is, even if God tells you this is the person for you, God still expects you to put in the work to make it work. If you don't work out the relationship, it is not going to work. So whether or not God chose the person for you doesn't automatically mean that, you know, you will not have arguments, you know, you guys will not have to walk through long distance, for instance, or walk through anger or walk through temperament. You guys are going to have the normal issue everybody has, whether it was God that chose the person or God did not chose the person. So the point is, whatever kind of relationship you have, whatever the basis of that relationship, the long and short is you have to put in the work to make the relationship work. So yeah, that's how many tips already. I'm going to have to count. I don't even know. I think that should be everything now. Okay, yeah, there's a bonus tip because I said these are lessons I learned from this whole process here. First dates. Don't go on your first date and go and download your entire history on the person. This person just wants to get to know you. When I was telling the story of how we met and all of that, because like I told the story, that was 2 episodes ago, I talked about the fact that on our first date, Oga legit told me everything about his life and he had a rough child. I couldn't even grab most of the information until much later, like when we got to know each other much more and everything like that. So a first date isn't when you now come and tell the person everything that's happened in your life since you were born. You know, the person just wants to get to know you. Like, do we vibe? Do we listen to the same kind of songs? You know, do we enjoy the same kind of movies? Can I have arguments with you and it will not turn violent? You know, disagree on a few topics and agree on a few topics, that kind of thing. That's what the person wants to see on the first date. That's what they want to try to, you know, that's what they want to try to assess on the first date. It's not, you know, your life story and all of that. So just make your first date as basic as, you know, don't, what's the word now? Don't overcrowd it with too much, you know, history and all of that. If you're lucky and the relationship works, there's enough time for the person to know all of these things about you. So just calm down and enjoy the first date. And also, if the girl says she's not eating, please insist, because this was from experience. Okay, so you guys, I think I've touched everything I hoped to touch today. I feel like I have over-yarned. I just hope it's not long, man. But if it's long, whoa, you guys will deal with it. No, see, I'm tired of watching duration. What is with me? Sometimes you just have a lot to say and then you keep talking and talking and talking, and before you know it, I've entered 20 minutes. But all the best. I guess we'll go back to our quickies very soon. Like next week should be like normal ARIKE'S Arena episode. And then people have been complaining that I've not been doing med talks in a long time. You guys see, I don't even know, man. There's just so much going on. But I'm just going to try to I'm going to do, how do they say, I'm going to do well by you. I'm going to do. Well, I've already started stammering. You people, whatever I bring next week, you will see. But until then, you guys, I love you. Like I always say, stay safe, take life easy, life na jeje. No leka jam you say you go fit day here next week. Until the day here next week. Until next episode. Is that how I used to say it? Sure, until next episode, I love you guys. I love you plenty. Mwah.